In Trinidad, a large portion of the population is located in coastal areas. Coastal zones can be defined as the transition zone between land and sea. Sandy beaches dominate open coastlines. The main physical factors of sandy beaches are tides, waves, and sand. Uniquely adapted phytoplankton species are common in the dissipative surf zone and are important components of food webs. The intertidal zones of beaches provide a habitat for organisms living under the surface of the sand. Many of the species found on beaches are specific to beach habitats. Three taxa make up over 95% of sandy beach macrofauna. These are crustaceans, mollusks, and polychaete worms. Cocos Bay is located on the eastern coast of Trinidad. It is approximately 20 kilometers in length and includes the popular recreational site Manzanilla Beach. There are 3 rivers which dissect the bay and discharge into the Atlantic Ocean. These rivers are the Branch, Ottawa, and Nariva. The Nariva Swamp is the largest and most ecologically diverse wetland in Trinidad and Tobago. It contains mangroves, freshwater marshes, palm swamp forests, freshwater swamps, and tropical forests. It has been designated as an environmentally sensitive area under the Environmentally Sensitive Area Rules of 2001 of Trinidad and Tobago in December of 2006. It provides protection for numerous species such as the West Indian manatee, royal palm, white-fronted capuchin, and savanna hawk. The Nariva Swamp is of significant economic importance to rice and other crop farmers. The river also contributes a large quantity of organic matter in the form of particulates and nutrients to the Manzanilla Bay. This increases the productivity of marine biota located within the bay. The mouth of the Nariva River acts as an interface between saline and freshwater and may be considered as a small estuary. Manzanilla is a low-lying open bay. The low topography of the Manzanilla sandbar and the influence of high wind speeds and wave energy results in significant coastal erosion. Significant coastal development and coastal structures include the natural transport of sand, and in turn alters the sand budget, leading to severe erosion. The dynamic relationship between freshwater outputs and tidal inputs contribute to the erosion of the Manzanilla sandbar, giving saltwater the ability to directly penetrate and to alter the salinity of the Nariva River. Swell events have also been observed to reach the Manzanilla-Mayara Road. Higher rates of erosion occur near to the river mouths. Studies carried out by Singh 1997 for the period 1990 to 1996 and Mahabir and Neuf 2007 for the period 1996 to 1999 show a significant increase in erosion in the bay over time. Visual indicators of the vulnerability of beaches to erosion are evident by exposed tree roots and fallen trees. Coastal erosion threatens the Manzanilla-Mayara Main Road, which is a major transport link between north and southeastern communities. Beachfront properties are in danger of being eroded. As a result, there has been a decline in property prices. The Manzanilla sandbar is threatened by coastal erosion. Breaching of the swamp by the sea may result in an increase in salinity levels, which can upset ecosystem balances. Attempts have been made to arrest the rates of coastal erosion. These include the construction of a limestone revetment in 2002. This has been used to buffer energy from incoming waves and address problems of erosion south of the bay. Revetments retain sediments and help to build up a beach. A disadvantage is that it prevents the dispersal of sediments away from the structure, and over time the beach may actually become smaller. A seawall was constructed in order to protect the Manzanilla beach facilities. The seawall was designed as a vertical concrete wall which curved seaward at the base. This provided protection against high energy waves experienced by the bay. The mouth of the Nariva River is bordered by the Cocal Split and another seawall, which protects the Manzanilla area. The seawall is exposed to the full force of flow from the river. It then guides it towards the sea. Seawalls are expensive to build and makes the backswash when waves hit the seawall very strong, and in turn can increase the rates of erosion. Stabilizing sand dunes have been created in order to protect the Manzanilla area after the flooding events of November 2014, where the road was significantly damaged. However, vegetation has not grown on the dune. Vegetation is important for binding the sand dunes and preventing it from being blown away. Groins are barrier structures built using wood. They are constructed at right angles to the shore and restrict the movement of material along the coast. Remnants of this structure can be found along the stretch of the beach, showing that they have not been well maintained or repaired. Disadvantages of this method are that they are unattractive and costly to build and maintain. The Trinidad and Tobago National Climate Change Policy does not specifically address integrated coastal zone management. It also does not take into account the effect of rising sea levels and temperatures, overlapping jurisdiction, a lack of proper coordination between enforcement and management agencies, a lack of resources, and little public awareness of the importance of coastal zone areas contribute to a lack of attention from government agencies responsible for coastal zone protection. Other methods to be used to mitigate the effect of coastal erosion include gambions, which are wire baskets filled with stone on the shore. These structures gradually become covered with grass and sand and become integrated to coastal ecosystems. They are relatively cheap, however, the wire mesh can rust due to seawater. Beach rebuilding involves the regular replacement of material lost by erosion. It can, however, be very costly and involve adding large amounts of sand to the beach. It must be carried out along with methods of reducing erosion, as the beach would continue to be eroded. Encouraging coral reef growth by the establishment of artificial reefs can protect beaches against coastal erosion. It accomplishes this by reducing the speed and energy of waves approaching the coast. The effects of climate change are expected to be felt the most in coastal areas. The impacts of rising sea levels are predicted to include the inundation of the Nariva swamp, along with other low-lying areas, an increase in tidal influences, an increase in intensity and frequency of flooding, and an increase in erosion resulted in increased loss of biodiversity. Cocos Bay is an important environmental and economic resource. Therefore, much more effort is in turn needed in order to protect the habitats located in this area for future generations.